Hello everyone and welcome back again. I'm Jerry Shepard, the Bug Doctor with PestCemetery.com, and we have another installment of our sneak preview videos for my new book that's coming out in just a couple of days now, The Bug-Free Blueprint. It's exciting stuff. But what I wanted to do was give you a sneak preview of some very popular topics that are in the book and things that I get asked about all the time on my Ask the Bug Doctor feature of my website. We've talked about baiting for ants and how to be successful with that, and then we've also talked about German roaches, and hopefully that's really helped you out a lot. Probably the third most biggest topic I have is on how to trap rodents. And man, I tell you what, that thing closes in 1/38,000th of a second, but you'd be surprised at how many people write me and tell me that they failed to trap even one mouse or one rat using snap traps. So with this video, I want to show you how to safely set a trap and how to place it to optimize your chances of getting rid of the little critters. We'll also explore some glue boards and some other techniques, but this quick video ought to get you through that real quick. But don't forget, the book, The Bug-Free Blueprint, is coming out soon, and I want you to get your copy so you can see this and more topics that will help you to achieve a bug-free home. The snap trap has been virtually unchanged for a couple of centuries now. Why? Because it's so efficient. Very few improvements, if any, have been done to this little guy. But you can use things like glue boards. These are available at your DIY stores or your big box stores. These little plastic trays do a great job of catching some rodents. And then of course the professionals often use these glue boards that you just simply peel back the paper and you can catch them on the sticky. Really versatile. You can fold them up. And they're pre-baited, have a little odor to them. Personally, I like the snap trap myself because I can get creative with this thing. Say I don't want to touch the dead rodent, and I'm sure some of you don't want to do that once you've caught him. I can just simply screw this to a long stick, place it wherever I want, or maybe I'm up in an attic and I can't access the place where I need to go. Well, this extra 4 feet of a stick that it's secured to will give me that extra access that I need, and then simply once I've caught him I remove it and toss it all away. I'm going to show you how to set the snap trap first of all. Now these things close pretty quickly, so you're going to want to be careful. Kneel down, simply bring back the arm and put your foot on it. That's all there is to this first step. You want to secure it so that if your fingers are up here, your foot is protecting you. Now the trigger arm simply folds over. Sometimes it gets a little tight. Just kind of wiggle it around. Get it up to the tongue. Lift that tongue up and now slowly release with your foot. Get your fingers out of the way or you're going to have trouble. And then the tension will hold that thing right there. Now let's talk about where to set this. Mice and rats run along pathways. Their vision is pretty bad, so they depend on their whiskers and they depend on their sense of smell to get around, not so much on sight. So what we want to do is use that biology against them. Mice will often run along the floorboards of a house and in and out between the appliances. So why don't we use that natural habit of how they move against them? What you want to do is grab the trap from the back, never from the front, because you can have a chance of getting whacked. And you're going to want to simply put it in the way of a natural runway. Simple as that. But with this scenario, you can see I've got a little bit of a dilemma here. If I had a rat and I set that trap, that would get in the way, and of course I probably wouldn't catch the little critter. Mouse, no problem. So in that scenario, a glue board might be just the trick. But the key thing is to always put it up against the wall, trigger end towards the wall, so that they have to cross that trigger, therefore setting off the trap. If it's out too far, they'll simply bypass it, maybe give it a whiff, who knows, but that's how so many times people will set these things right in the middle of a room and have little to no success. So right up in against the wall and right up into that runway. Now if you have to, you can always create a runway. Anything from your house, just an old piece of Tupperware, a box of Tupperware or a shoe box, a toolbox, whatever. Make a gauntlet Tuck that in so that virtually the only way the rodent has in or out is over your trap. This is by far one of the most beneficial techniques out there, and you'll see a lot of bug guys using it. You as a homeowner need to employ it as well because your kill ratio is going to go way up. So you'll want to make sure you do that, and that will make sure you'll have your best chances for catching that mouse in the very first night. Well, that's a quick tip on how to set a trap and how to catch you too.